Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen. We're at the Harmony German Club for the final of the 2018 ACT Blackball Premier League. So we've basically got Brent Hampton playing against Brent Noble. Brent Hampton is playing with Malachi in You'll Do Nothing, and the other team's Brent Noble and Jason Tanaskovic in Ramrods. All four players actually play for the Hamiltons in Division 1 of the ACT 8-Ball League, but just for tonight they'll be playing against each other. So Brent Hampton's won the leg, and it's a good break. So the way the ACT Blackball Premier League Season 1 works is it's a team of two, simply because I thought it's more social to have teams of two players, so that it's a team so that you can have a friend to play with, and that's the way we did it here this season. So it's kind of like a Davis Cup format. So you got your two opening singles matches, and then you got a Scotch doubles match, and then you have reverse singles, and then the team that wins 3 matches wins the final. The singles matches are race to 4. The Scotch doubles match in the middle is a race to 3. And the reason why we had this format is it's better prepares our players to play internationally. That's if they make the Australian team. And in future Blackball national events, we had our first one at Chalkers early in the year. So just back to the game at hand. Brent's on yellows. Probably take this one here to the bottom right hand corner. He's slightly overrun it at this stage, so I don't think he's on any of the yellows right now. He might be able to cut that one that's closest to the left rail. So once again, thank you for ACT 8-Ball Live coming to stream local final. So I hope everyone enjoys it at home. Kenny now is 100% partner in this venture, so I think he's going to join me in commentary, and we'll welcome him as well. Welcome, Kenny. Hold a sec, he's got to get set up.
So I'm here now, and joining Long Dang. So I'm hoping that the volume is working quite well on this headset that I've got. So we're in the live chat as well. So if you are interested, just maybe send us a comment and tell us how Long and both my voice is going in the commentary, just to make sure everything is going well. We want to give you the best experience possible. So we've got a couple of people watching, and I'm one of them.
Well,
so,
that's so builds up a little. But the great thing about streams, Kenny, is not necessarily who's actually watching live. I see that a lot of the feeds that we put on the ACT 8-Ball Live channel gets a lot of viewership in replay as well, just simply, maybe because people were a bit busy on the night or whatever the case may be.
Great shot.
And Brent's landed perfectly on that.
Well, maybe not perfectly. You've got to remember the yellow just below those 2 reds is not easy to get on. I'd feel that he's going to have to work with that somehow. He's going to have to do something to that yellow.
You would not just play it through with just like a slight stun to go for bottom right hand corner pocket next, because the black goes to the middle. There's
a bit of angle there, right?
Yep.
So you'd need to be top right possibly, if you're going to do that, and then you've got to hope. No, he's not going to put top right. It's too close. So he tried to kick it across towards that corner, but that was a very, very tough shot. So now look, he'll look at pretty much a safety play now, Long.
And safeties don't really come up much in Blackball, so they're probably just going to leave some distance and make it more towards the cue ball towards the bottom left-hand corner pocket, so that Brent's got nothing on in his next shot. It'll be a bit awkward.
Yeah, look, he'll be looking at a safe shot, but he would love to have set that yellow up, but it was just too close. And then the problem is he didn't know what the white was doing in that regard. So I see we got a comment from Richard Yonan. good to hear that the voices are good, and we're more than happy to stream this for the viewers. I think it's great to start streaming things in the ACT, especially Blackball. It's an up and coming sport here. I quite like practicing it. So two very, very good players playing now with Brent Noble and Brent Hampton. As you can see, I believe Brent Noble has possibly just left the yellow on. The only problem is Brent's going to have to pull a massive, massive shot to be on the black after this.
Oh, that's a great shot by Brent.
That's a very, very good attempt. So to sit it over the pocket's pretty good. Look, there might be a hole there which Brent Noble might be able to capitalise on, but he's going to have to pop the yellow out at the same time, which is not easy from there. So, well, not easy at all. So he's probably going to look at if he can clear without doing that, he'll do that.
So this has promoted the those two balls out. So the red ball actually goes past that yellow in the left corner.
Yeah, but it's popping it out at the same time if he needs that pocket. And look, he's looking now to see if he doesn't need it. And I think it goes past the black into the middle, that red. So it looks like it doesn't need to pop that out, it just needs to go past it. A little bit of a drawback, yeah. So leaving it there is second best option.
Yeah, it's still okay though.
You never want to leave someone on, because there could be a hole big enough to go past it.
So what are your views on Blackball so far, Kenny? I know you're going to come and play next season.
Look, Richard Yonan and I regularly practice Blackball. It's fun, it's quick, and there's less tactical blocking of pockets and things like that in this game. So, look, Brent really wanted to follow that in, didn't he? You know, that would have been still a hard shot on the black, but you know, sometimes these are the things you've got to go for. Now, look, Long, I'm going to have to tell you to put your headset on like I'm putting mine on, because we've got a comment saying that it's just a bit close to you. Yeah, a bit of wind. So, yeah. So what it does, see how mine goes over and down here? Yeah. So flip it over. Like that. That's it. And then it goes over the top of your ears. Yeah, on both sides, and you just drag that down. See how it's over the top of my ears? Yeah.
Alright guys, yeah, because I do have a bit of a loud voice if I hold the mic too close.
So
that's actually pretty better.
Yeah, about that distance is quite good. So again, just keep letting us know if you hear any sort of degradation in the voices of a commentary. So Brent Noble's, look, it's quite nice on those reds. Even the one on the right-hand middle pocket, that might be just needs position really on that, as straight as possible.
Well, there's no problematic balls here, so you should be able to clear. I think he's going bottom right-hand corner next.
Be able to pop it out if he wants. He can pop it out now. It's probably doesn't need to pop it out off with this ball, but it's an option. If he could just run through and just sit straight on it, he'd be perfect. Too much angle to do that. Yeah, so he's just elected to put it in the middle of the table.
It's almost like a practice drill now here. Right, left middle, right middle, left middle.
Yep. You want to get as straight on all these balls as possible. I think he's left himself a little bit of angle. He's just going to have to play this pocket weight. Yep. Bit short, don't you think?
Yeah, because it's going to have, might have to come off 3 rails to get back to the blacks in the middle.
Probably 2 rails if he puts bottom on it, or even just run through for the black in the bottom left corner.
Ah, yeah. I'm always playing to the middle. That's a bad habit of mine.
No. Playing the middle's good. It's just really depends on how you want to do it. I wouldn't do 3. It's too dangerous. I'd do, well, if you're going to do 3, do 3 like that. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the reverse order I was going to go.
Wow, that's just phenomenal.
And just like that, Brent goes.
So I'll show you.
1-0 up.
So you just go to the name here, whoever it is, Brent Noble, and you just click on the +1. You want to do that? While I find the mouse, and we'll get the mouse going, and see how it's gone up 1-0 here already.
Yeah, awesome.
So for everyone's information, Brent Noble's gone up 1-0 over Brent Hampton. Now remember, this is a race to 4 but it's a race to 4 sets. So Brent Hampton, Brent Noble will play a race to 4. Is that right for this singles?
Yes, that's right.
Singles set. So the first set is a race to 4 just for this set, and again Brent Noble 1-0 up.
So Blackball pool's actually taken off in Canberra in leaps and bounds. I don't know if Murph's listening on the other end, but you know, a couple of seasons ago it was just me and Murph playing what it was called our Long John Cup, which was a bit humorous because you know it was just a bit of a joke, I guess, to start learning Blackball rules. So we played a series of games against each other, and from there, the Blackball Premier League has grown. And I was very proud of the squad that we took over to the inaugural Nationals in South Australia, where 18 players went over, and of course our ladies team finished runner-up. And there will be quite a fair few, I think, ASD players on international duty from that Nationals tournament. So, you know, for those people who are tuning in out there and wondering what Blackball pool is about, it provides you some good opportunities. You know, if you are aspiring to make a state team in the 8-ball, or whatever the case may be, just playing nationals in Blackball or international events in Blackball actually helps you prepare mentally in that other code as well. So it's quite worthwhile to play. It's certainly a very attacking game, and you only have one shot to go on the out. So I find that most guys play Blackball who return to 8-ball actually become better players, because they in Blackball you need one shot. You only have one shot to run out, and then when you come back to 8-ball and get 2 shots, the run out's a lot easier. So that's what I've been finding. Yeah. Oh, Almar's still too loud.
Yeah, so and I'm a bit quiet, so I just need people to tell me if I am too quiet. And I'm a bit quiet, so if anyone is saying I'm a bit quiet, let me know. It could just be the batteries on this, and I believe it probably is the batteries on this mic that I've got. And you can see me talking into it now, and it's going up just barely. Now I'll get along to just have a chat.
Yeah, so it's that's me, is it?
Yeah, that's
okay.
you.
So that's almost equivalent to you now that I've bent the microphone out a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
So let us know how we're going. It's good to give you guys a good commentary if we can. So once we're set up properly, it's quite good.
So Brent's Nobles just attempted to hide a cue ball. That's actually not too bad. It hasn't left Hampton on much at all.
So Matty Harmon, can you hear me better now, or is it still a bit too quiet? Let me know. I can always turn it up a bit more.
So Brent Noble's on yellows. Probably take the left middle first. You don't really need to go right middle at this stage. Probably better to link up. Well, he could go, I guess, top left-hand corner. Or might shape to go the right middle right now.
So I'm getting Richard Yonan saying it's good sound from both Long and I, so probably got the mix in the right spot this time.
Brent's decided to go. So probably favour like top left-hand corner pocket now. Maybe, or is he looking? Oh, he's looking to run this underneath the red on the bottom right.
Yeah, well, he's in position for it now. So sometimes when you're in position for something that's hard to get on later,
yeah,
it's sometimes a good idea to do that. You can always get the one in the top right a little bit later if need be.
Yeah, true.
Thanks, Matty Harmon, for letting us know about the mic. It's good. So this is again where Brent Hampton will want to be following this in if he can after it. And
He's tried a skill shot and hasn't worked.
He did, yeah. Look, it's tough. It was a bit further away, and the yellow wasn't right over the pocket.
Yeah. And for folks at home, this rule caused a little bit of contention in South Australia at the Nationals. You can actually play tactical fouls like that in Blackball. It just means that you give the opponent a free hit. Brent can choose to play from where he is, or you can take the cue ball and play it from behind the bulk. Now, on a free hit, all balls available. You can promote the black, he can hit the yellow, he can pot the reds, whatever he desires, he can pretty much go for here.
Just
but
not potting the black.
Just not potting black, yes. And the shot doesn't carry over, so then after that he only has one shot, basically. I like that rule. The free hit's very useful to clear pockets or break open packs.
So I can see we've got 13 people watching now, which is good. So we've got an interested audience, which is good, and a larger audience.
Like I said, the benefit of live streaming sometimes is not necessarily the live audience, because we often get a lot of people watching on replay just to see what the game's about. I mean, if you look at the number of viewers that watched the Blackball Nationals afterwards, like it was on something like 1,800 views or something now that day.
Yeah, they watch it back, don't they? They do a bit of watching it after the fact.
So this is the shot for Brent. You can probably fine cut this one to the middle left pocket, I'd say, first. Or would you go for the top left-hand corner pocket and try and go back through the middle? Right
look,
middle?
I feel he's going to go the middle one first to get position. Look, he could do this because he's now got the angle on it, but I'm worried that the other two are going to be, he's got to get position on the other two. So that's the problem. And see, I think that's just what's happened along.
Can we actually go for this one here and try and slip the yellow past the red that's kind of semi-covering the bottom right-hand corner?
Look, I think he's going to leave that one. He's possibly going to go the one in the middle of the table next to the red into the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Because that one on the top right can go pretty much any time. And this one, he'll just try and probably stun into the black maybe just to move that black out of the way for the yellow. He might want to screw behind it to put the yellow in the same corner, the other yellow. It's tough now. It's a long shot, with a bit of angle. Okay, so he's going to cut it. Now he's going to cut that one in the bottom left.
Yeah, looks definitely shoving that way.
Good shot. Very, very good shot. And look, he's left himself the same shot again, but closer.
No, you play this with a lot of bottom to screw back around for that one on the closest to the right rail, or how would you play it?
Yeah, no, what he's doing here, just come off the side rail, you know what I mean, back to a little bit further from where he is now to the right. Just like that.
Just don't self-snooker behind that red.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem, it's just a little bit too far.
Now this is what I like about Blackball, because like in 8-ball, in this situation here, you'd probably favour doing is just pushing that red right up next to the yellow to create a bit of a problem. But
yeah, make him waste his first shot is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I agree.
Whereas that option's taken away in Blackball, because you actually have to go for your yellow ball.
Yeah, you get loss of frame doing that, couldn't you? In this match. So he's gonna come off 2. He's totaled, so he doesn't need to hit a rail, and he'll just sit up behind it maybe. Yeah.
1, 2, he's got it.
He's got it. And look, it would have been perfect if it had sat behind it, but it was hard off 2 rails to do that.
So it looks a bit of a difficult plant here for Brett Hampton. Might be definitely not easy. I think it's definitely the plant that he's got to play first on this particular shot.
The plant, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so close to that bottom right corner. Yeah, and look, he played it with top spin to get the white away from that yellow in case it didn't go in. And it worked out. Probably got a bit too much angle to hold it, maybe. It looks... He's just going to have to hit a pocket weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably go for middle next, or is he going to go for bottom left?
No, corner. Bottom left, screw back, red in the middle, and then black in the corner possibly, depending on where he leaves himself. Yep, that's pretty good. Now if he'll just stun it across for a black in the corner. Yeah. Easy.
So it's 1-1. Well done.
Yes. So I can do it from here, I believe. Yep. So one all, race to 4 in this first set. Now again, there's 3 sets, isn't there? There's a set of singles. Oh no, there's 2 sets of singles.
It's like a Davis Cup format.
Yeah.
So it's open singles. So it's Brent Hampton, Brent Noble. Next one is Malachi and Jason Tanaskovic, and then Scotch doubles, and there's reverse singles.
Oh, okay. So they're just reversing the way order they're going now.
Yeah.
So it'll be Brent Hampton and well, not Brent Noble again. It'll be either JT or sorry, who's the other?
Yeah. So next match is Malachi and JT.
Oh, yep.
After the Scotch doubles, Brent Hampton will play JT.
Yep.
And Noble will play Malachi.
Okay, great. And hopefully we get to that last set.
Yes.
It'll be good to watch at 2 apiece and see how we go.
It was really an experiment this first season of AC Blackball Premier League. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, I originally called for a singles competition. That would have been 12 months ago, and the only people who responded to playing the singles Blackball League was John Murphy and I. And so we just started with John and I playing a series of matches called the Long John Cup, and so then I decided to make it a team event. And I thought the Davis Cup format would be fun to play in, because I saw Justin Sage and Rusty Wheeler play Michael Scare and Mark Robertson in that format in the 2017 Big Guns event, and so I thought, why not replicate it here? Smaller races, and I think it worked out well. It was a very social comp, and people enjoy themselves in it.
Yeah, I agree. It's just going to get bigger and bigger, isn't it, Long?
Well, next year's threes. It's Blackball threes, as you well know, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I might actually have to make 8-ball threes comp 4-man teams next season if I can't diplomatically reduce that from 18 to 14 teams, because there's been a bit of a contention going on with that one. So
hang on, how many teams do you have registered?
For 8-ball threes I have 18, but for season 2 of Blackball I've got 14.
So you've got 14 teams, so you really want 18 teams is what you're saying?
No, 18's too much for a venue with 6 venues.
So how many teams? 12 teams? Is that preferable?
14's preferable.
How
which
many?
is what we have, 14. Yeah.
Okay, and you've got 14 registered at the moment, you're saying, for Blackball?
Yes.
Okay, and you really want more players, so you might want the 4 players per team then, is what you're saying?
Season 3 will probably go up to 4 players per team, because that's the only way you can increase the competition, because we're restricted to 6 tables here at the German club.
Course.
So I'll play season 2 with just 3 players, but we'll have to grow each time, because people are interested in playing this game now.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. So anyway, back to the match. You can see Brent Hampton's going on a clearing strategy. He just wants the frame over.
Would you go the plant first on the left?
I wouldn't even be looking at a plant at all, to be honest with you. I don't think he needs to. I think it's you have to be perfectly on that plant. You know what I mean, with the white, and he's not in any position to do that. So he might look at running maybe if he can't get that one in the left middle, he'll go around the angles maybe. That's probably what I would do. Go around off 2 or 3 rails, probably 2. Yeah, or 3, like he's done, and he's going to be plumb on it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. He wanted to get that left yellow without having to do a plant. Yeah. So he'll want that the yellow to the right of it back in the same pocket if he can.
Mm-hmm.
Only because he's got a little bit too much angle to hold for anything else. So you try and come just off the top rail. I'd suggest not 2. It's too dangerous going up 2. Yep, that's right. And he's got the right pace. And look, he's even on the other one as well, which he'd almost definitely go now. The other one.
So he'd probably go like bottom left first, then the middle.
Yeah, so bottom left, screw back past the middle.
Yeah.
Right, so that he's got an angle to come down the bottom end of the table as you're looking at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so he's going to want to draw back a bit past the middle. No. Okay, so he. Okay. He's, I guess, going to go through those two reds, or come off two rails. Yes, he's looking at through between the two reds. I'd be a bit worried about that. You know, like any bad kiss or any wrong angle, and you're really making it tough for yourself. I really liked him going past the middle for the black back in the middle right, but it might not have gone, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Yeah, you got to watch the middle pocket there, and look, he's
got lucky.
look, he's gone plumb on it. You know what I mean?
I shouldn't say he got lucky. He's a superb player, so.
Nah, it's all good. I think he knows he got lucky. So yeah, we've got Brent Hampton going up 2-1 over Brent Noble.
So both Brent Hampton and Brent Noble went to the Blackball Nationals early in the year. They probably didn't perform as well as they would like. Both were sitting on, I think, 50% after the round robin. So they're both, I guess, still holding on for an Australian call-up, and hopefully they'll get it. Thanks, Matt. So Matt's basically said it's better sounding now for, I guess, both of us. I hope Matt Harmon actually comes back next season and plays in the season 2 of the Premier League. It was good to see, you know, quality players like him and JT and Noble and Hampton, Sithu and Mick Norton. A lot of you AC State 8-ball players trying this game out. Yeah, so hopefully the momentum will carry on into season 2. Nah, that's a cracking break. I think it's a dry one though.
Yeah, look, there's a little bit of a cluster in that top right, as you can see it.
Well, both red and yellows are a little bit awkward, but I guess the easier configuration in terms of where you got boards to extract and so forth, probably yellows. The way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, only because there's less tied up yellows than there is reds. There's 2 tied up reds. So after this though, there's only going to be 1 tied up red. So maybe he really needs to get a good angle. Needs to do something with that yellow. He might even elect to run that yellow over the pocket.
Yeah.
Over in the top right.
Because kind of a bit hard to try and get the cue ball back for an extraction shot. He's looking at it though.
No, I don't think he is. Oh yeah, sorry, he's looking at now, possibly coming off one rail, but it's dangerous. Yeah, nah, it was too dangerous. So, interesting what he's going to play here. Interesting. Just trying to work it out myself. I don't know what he was thinking. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we?
So did you tune into the ABC radio interview between John Murphy and Ashley Smith on Thursday, Kenny, or?
No, mate, I didn't. I had Thursday. Just bear with me for a second.
Yeah, it's not often that we get media exposure, obviously with pool being a bit of an amateur sport, but it's good of ABC Radio to interview John and Ashley, so talked a little bit about Blackball. I think both did fairly well for their, I guess, first venture out to the ABC Radio. So this Thursday coming up, we also got Canberra Weekly doing a feature on John Murphy and Vanessa's journey, I guess, in Blackball pool. So it'll be an interesting read. Comes out this Thursday, from what I know.
Well, he's actually got a nice double here, I think, Long. If it's the angle's a bit great, so he might have to. Ooh, yeah, I think all he can really do is possibly cover the pocket. I don't know if he's able to hold it on that line or on a straighter line.
Just looking on the yeah, probably just going to run up to the pocket.
It might double across, but he's going to have to hold the line a bit. Yeah, good shot.
Ah,
very good shot.
Great shot.
So he was able to hold the line.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get himself into trouble with that double, but yeah, he obviously held the cue ball well.
Yeah, so yellow as he's pointing, as he's aiming the last yellow into the middle left.
Probably go off 2 rails, get position back on middle left. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's what he was looking at.
3 cushions.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Nice shot.
Run through for a black down the rail.
Shouldn't have a problem here, but you know these rails can be tricky. And the shots of Brent 2-all.
So click on the 2 little arrows there. Just, yeah, that's it, and then check. Done. Oh, almost. Yep. You went a bit too far there, so just delete it. Click in it and delete it. Put 2 in there. Perfect. I might do it. I could do it from here next time. It's all good.
So those shark racks, Kenny, we saw a lot of
yeah.
that in the Supreme Pool Series. What do you think about them? Because they seem to be the rage in
Well,
pool.
I didn't watch the Supreme Pool Series, but I heard the raving reviews on them. Like phenomenal from what I hear. I've ordered one, so I can't wait to trial it. I have to corner Danny Marlowe though. Somehow get my shark rack off him before he gives it to someone else.
Now, they're wonderful devices. There's no question they improve a player's breaks, because after they came back from Malta last year, I actually acquired one from one of the Welsh lads and started practicing with that Mooseheads, and I'm actually an okay breaker without them, but I find with the shark rack, I basically potted the ball 95% of the time when I used it. So it's definitely a good innovation because they stack the balls fairly well in the middle. Now,
You won't be happy with that.
no, he wouldn't.
Essentially
So,
gives your opponent a free shot, doesn't it?
So basically, when it goes off in Blackball, the first shot's a free hit, so you can't decide colours on a free hit. So you're actually better off just like setting up the ball, or getting rid of a problematic ball, and then potting a ball on the next go. So then you're actually on that one that you're on. So at the moment, he's actually not on yellows. So it's potting.
Oh, so that free ball, the free shot he just had, didn't put him on the on the ball. He's got to be on it now.
Yeah, because
Okay.
colours aren't decided on a free hit.
Yeah, there you go. So he's going to want to pop open that black very shortly, isn't he? Probably
Yeah.
now, I'd suggest, because he doesn't want that left where it is. Or maybe he does.
Well, it actually goes to that bottom top
Top
left-hand corner pocket. That's the only pocket it goes to, that black, I think.
Don't know why. It's just my inclination would have been to break it. You know, one of my shots. Just break it a little bit apart from that red.
Well, the angle definitely.
Okay. Just for everyone's information, if you get bad quality watching through YouTube now, just change the quality in the settings for YouTube for this viewing. You're able to go from, on this one we can go 720, 60p I believe it is. Let's have a look, let's just see what we can do. So we can do 720p.
Alright, so bottom right, bottom left, come out to the middle. JT's just said, come on, JT.
JT commentating. Sorry, excuse my coughing.
So I'm actually very excited, Kenny, because we've got, and I can't announce it yet because it's not publicly available information, but we actually got a few ACT guys travelling away to Bridlington for the World Championships in November. So it's actually the first players that will be representing the ACT at the World Championships. So I hope they are putting plenty of practice. I think one of the players are down here practicing for that particular event, but like I said, I can't openly express who made the team, but if you're listening out there, I do expect you guys to put in some table time for the tournament.
Just like's happening now.
Mhm. Oh! A bit too hard and it's sure.
Oh, he won't be happy. 'Cause
No.
he knows now it's going to be, he's going to be tied up.
I think Noble's only got that one problematic red on that cushion.
Like, he's going to get rid of it now, to be
Mm.
honest with you. He might even try and double it across, knowing that the white's going to still be safe. And it's going to put it over the middle pocket for him if it doesn't go in. You know, he could even get rid of the red right in the middle of the table first to give himself a better angle. But no, he's not. He sees the double and he's thinking, yeah, it's not that hard. Ooh, okay. Not what I expected. And you know why I didn't expect that?
No, because now Hampton can actually...
Comes off the red, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If he doesn't want to cut it a really fine cut into the corner, which is so tough, yeah, he'll come off the red. And to be honest, it doesn't even matter if he puts a red, does it?
No, because it's counted as a skill shot.
Yeah.
So all Brent Hampton needs to focus on here is putting the black,
yeah.
and they're not going in off, obviously, but anything else that happens after that doesn't really matter.
I don't think he can go in off from here, to be honest.
Had a good go.
He did. He had a good go, and he knows, like, he had to. He couldn't leave the opportunity. You know, had to try his best.
So the boards are fairly spread out now, so it's just a choice for Brent in terms of how he would like this pot out to go. So it's alright. Just be careful you don't trip.
Oh, we've got the tape there. I might
So probably bottom left hand. Okay, so Kenny's just gone to tape down, just to make sure people don't trip on the hazard there. So it's probably going to top it through to get past back to the middle right. Ooh. It's unfortunate. Got back to close to where he wanted, but it's left Brent Hampton on. So basically ACT Blackball Championships taking place next weekend. It's not too late to register. I'm going to leave the registrations open till this Sunday. Sunday, I think it's 20th of May. So this season, so this year we basically have a ACT State Blackball Championship for Masters, which is basically anyone who's age 50 plus. Seniors for people aged between 40 to 49, opens, players of any age, any gender, and then the ladies. We're a little bit down on ladies at the moment. There's only 7 ladies playing in the AC Blackball trials. So I'd like to get that number up to at least say 8, 9 or 10. So hopefully a few more ladies enter that event. I have personally put in $120 for the ladies event, so entry's free. So then just basically depends on which ladies want to try the game, because I definitely want to encourage more ladies playing this game. It's much more free flowing and attacking. So yeah, so AC Blackball Trials, 25th, 26th and 27th of May. The winners and runner-up of each category actually automatically make the AC State team to compete at the 2019 Nationals, which is to be held in Bahrain in Melbourne. I'm actually expecting approximately 200 to 250 people to turn up to that particular event. I hope it gets well supported. Noting that the World Championships 220 around the corner is still slated for Australia, so it's I guess a big opportunity there for players to play, prove themselves, get into the Australian team, and potentially play in a World Championship series at home. So hopefully, if that doesn't motivate you to try this game, and then I don't really know what else we can do. So Noble's on the table on yellows. I'll probably go bottom right first here. One next to the black, if you can see it cleanly. I could pot this one or lay it over the pocket. Okay, so let's attempt to put that one over the pocket. So Brenton's on reds. He's still got a lot of work to do to get this frame. So bottom left, run this one up, bottom right. Probably come back close to the middle next. But it just needs the cue ball somewhere centre in the table. It's got so many options from that point onwards. So just a matter of what preference you have in terms of getting the pot out. But just run this one here. So over to the bottom right. Corner. It's got joined by Glenn Wickett, who's standing next to me, former Mooseheads Rangers player, and good luck in the grand final next week, mate. He's now with Shafted playing in 4th Division grand final, I think, on Wednesday. So all the best, mate. Oh, I think Brent's just going to try and promote this red out. No, he's looking for an angle to bust it off the rail. I wonder if he's going to go for the pot where it takes it up to the top left, hits the red on the yellow, and then busts that red out. Maybe that's a little bit tricky to hold it, or he's going to come down here, double it back up. That's not a bad shot. I think Brent can actually slip that yellow next to the black past that red, and if he can't, just basically hit that right rail and then pot it off the red over the corner there. Yeah, go for it, man. I should mention Brent Hampton's actually on a hill. It's 3. So just basically, can't believe he's self-snookered. So let's go off the right rail, one escape, so many balls close to the middle pocket. Yeah, good shot, just broken that one out. So yeah, I'm hoping you're enjoying it at home. If you got comments or feedback or whatever the case may be, just let us know. So Brent Noble going for yellows. Probably, pot this one here to the right, top right, and then top left. Gonna slowly work his way behind for the yellow closest to the black. Just gonna slip that in next to the red. That'd be the shot. Just don't want to land on it. Snook himself behind that pack of reds. So still plenty of work to do. Needs a good link, one good linking shot. Oh, Brent's gone. Oh yeah, I guess I can still slip that yellow. I guess I can still slip that yellow inside the red.
Thanks. Sweet.
And that's exactly what he's done.
That's good. Thanks, Ness. So we've got a 3-2 Brent Hampton, close to taking it out. Still a tough yellow, don't you reckon? Do you think he'll open it now?
Hampton's on reds.
So Hampton, yes, okay, so he is on reds.
He's got no skill shot there at the moment.
Ooh.
You know the easiest way to clear out those corner balls? I've seen the Europeans do a lot at Nations Cup this day.
That's a great shot.
Always set the balls near the middle pocket, and then they use that angle to pot the ball to the middle and then run up with the cue ball and pot the one over the pocket. So that was rather interesting. Because we don't think about it over here in Australia because we're still too geared playing this game in a way that's still 8-ball style, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Let me just interject for there. Brent Hampton just did a really good shot to stop him getting that yellow. So forced him to go to pot here. Problem is he has to go for his yellow now. So
looking on the table, if he threads the eye of the needle, he can get this top left.
Oh yeah, you reckon it goes on the top left?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's the eye of the needle stuff, has to hit it perfect.
Oh, he's aiming it as if it is, so good on him.
Not quite.
It was always the danger, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably just promote this red out on the bottom rail and go for a snooker here. No advantage potting. Oh, I guess he can go for the out as well. Sorry, I didn't see this shot. Yeah. Now Brent's back in control.
Yeah, I think it's a formality now, Long, to be honest with you.
Bottom right or middle?
Oh, bottom right. Bottom left.
Ah, that goes. Yes, it does. Sorry, didn't even look at it.
So we just had to turn the music down so that we can keep streaming in onto YouTube.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird one where if they pick up music, they can't like block the sound.
It's copyrighted, isn't it? So they've just got it. It's easier just to drop the YouTube video.
No, that's a very good shot there by Hampton.
Look, I think he can still get it, but he didn't want it to go down so as far. I think.
Ooh.
Yes, he just didn't want it to go down as far as it did. You know.
I was thinking topping that through the.
It's actually pretty good because it's not an easy cut into the middle. You know, and Brent Nova might be wanting to maybe play safe here if he can't do anything with it. You know, just put the white full ball snooker. You know.
Yeah, just go gently off.
No, he's going to pot.
And that's a great double. Unlucky with a leave.
Very unlucky. That's going to call for a safe shot now, I'd suggest.
I got one shot here, which is basically face cut the black and bring the double back to the bottom left. It's what I call the dangman shot. Face cut the fine that way.
No, you'd never do that.
So I am hoping the newbies, what I call newbies, people who didn't play season 2 of the AC Blackball Premier League, are actually tuning in just to watch what this is about, and because it'll prepare you better for playing in season 2. That's a very good shot. Unlucky.
Oh, he's killed the red. You know, he's forced Brent Hampton to actually pop the ball now. Even setting it up won't help him.
We just go this one on the rail with dead weight, and then they'll hold the white for the
Look.
black to the top right.
Yeah, no.
No,
I think the angle's too much there.
okay.
You can't play dead weight, pocket weight. It's just too hard. I think you've really got to touch of bottom left, maybe, just to put the black in the same corner. You know, you miss, it might sit over the pocket, and then look, he had to do that.
Ooh.
It's unlucky. So I think he's gonna get him to he's gonna get him to play it anyway, just in case he gets a kick or the white goes in somehow. You never know.
Alright, so it's Hill. Whoever wins this next one wins.
So we've got 3-3 viewers.
So I often set up competitions that's a little bit complex for scoreboards, because some stage I would love to have like team and team name and then the individual play itself, but we'll see how we go with this. So this is the first leg of the singles of the finals. That's a Davis Cup format. We've still got Malachi McNeil, I hope I pronounced his name right, and Jason Tanaskovic to come up next. So Mal is in Brent's team, and JT's in Brent Noble's team. So that's the opening singles, and then we have the Scotch doubles, and then we have the reverse singles, and then the team to 3 match wins the competition. So still playing on pool, folks, but it's a hill match for these guys. Massive break there by Noble. If it actually broken on a shark rack, I think 3 or 4 balls might have gone down in that particular situation. I favour yellows. What do you think, Kenny? Only because it's an easy start on.
Well, he
on
doesn't
yellows.
really have a ready start, does he?
No.
No, so it's a bit
Unless he plays that like cannon here to the bottom or cannon middle, but you wouldn't go for that as your first shot. Do we have this super chat feature that I saw at the Cuball TV put up the other night on that money match between Ben Noonan and Michael Scurry? Because I saw plenty of people just donating to Cuball TV while that particular stream was going on.
oh, you're talking thousands. You're talking about thousands of people.
Yeah,
Or up to 1,000 or more watching that. I think at one stage it got to 500 or so people watching it at once. You know what I mean? So this is a bit different. We've got just less than 20 people watching it at the moment. So I think you've got to be realistic.
Yeah.
There's at this time for ACT competitions, we really don't have anywhere near what Cuball TV have for viewership.
Now, this is one thing I said. I think Jamie Stevens and Rusty Willer started this Wheels in Motion 8-ball promotions thingy and trying to get turd pool into a bit of a spectator sport.
Why not? To be honest with you,
Yeah.
why not?
I think the game needs it. Needs people to watch, the big money matches. My only question is, are people actually going to turn up and sit down and watch a game of pool?
Do they need to turn up and sit down? Can't they just watch it online? I know for the venue, you want them to turn up, for sure, because it's some custom, and it's it's great for the sport, great for the venue.
I think for the sport to truly grow, I think it's it's a bit of a two-way kind of street. So basically, a venue that hosts these type of money matches need to make money off it. So then, in order to make money off it, then you need people to turn up and watch the match and buy drinks, nibblies, and whatever the case may be. I think Rusty said he'll put some VIP packages, about 40 people paying 250. But then you also need people to watch it on a live stream, and if it's pay-per-view, and see how that goes. Has it frozen?
No, it hasn't frozen, but just bear with us, guys. I'm just going to make sure that we've actually got a proper live stream going. Yeah, we do. It's just my imagination.
Not the frozen, but it's a very good initiative, and you know, if it ever gets back to Justin, Jamie Stevens, and Rusty, I think they're doing a good thing. Particularly inviting European players out to try and test, you know, their might and skill against the Australian players. That's also another thing. But I guess the inhibitor of that is the money that we're playing for in Australia is a little bit lower than the Europeans, and a lot of them got itchy feet coming over playing on our conditions. So hopefully that'll change. Anyone who's caught my commentary on Rusty's page with that George Tierney, or however the hell you pronounce it.
Yeah, I saw that. What was going on there?
It's just a bit of humour. Just a bit of humour. Just trying to egg him on to come over, and basically play one of the Australian guys. So it may have sounded like personal or whatever, but I was just trying to egg him on to come down and play one of our guys on our conditions. So yeah, you know, don't take that seriously. I would love to see the guy over, but with Australian players, probably not. Good count, I think. Yeah, man. Just bourbon and coke, dude. Oh. That's what's streaming. And then get one for yourself. 2 bourbon cokes for me. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I was probably gonna pack up and. Alright, cool, man. So yeah, it's rather interesting. But hopefully those European guys will come over. But like I said, our table conditions, and Rusty also said on his live video, our table conditions are a little bit different. And you know, since I come back from Malta, you know, it's been a bit of because the cloth that we play is rather different. The cloth that I use over in Europe, it's actually a lot faster, a lot slicker. The pockets are actually bigger than what we use here in Australia. And the biggest difference of all is that, you know, when you play shots on the rail in Australia, it does hold to the rail and pot easily, whereas in Europe, when you play those rail shots, you know, even if you jam up against the rail on the top, then you can actually hit and the ball will go particularly in. So, you know, different conditions and different factors, you know, see how people go. But pool's growing, which is good. I think Noble's just, guess you still be alright. Probably go for this bottom left first. Probably run the yellow past the black after this, depending on where the cue ball lands. Because I don't think that other yellow fine cuts past that other red, not looking at the screen. Oh, that's a nice shot. Just got the angle there to cut it in. It's going to have to hold the white so it goes inside that red, not on the outside. If it goes outside that red, might go in off. No, unlucky. Big opportunity here for Brett Hampton. This not a problematic ball in sight, so you probably go bottom right first, left middle, potentially right middle past the black, maybe. Clear the bottom end of the table first, and then work your way towards the balls at the top end. So I just got a personal PM from a player in the Eastern States, just basically saying what's happening with the Blackball Nations Cup. I'm not too sure at this stage. It's rumoured to be held in Wales somewhere, but it's yet to be confirmed by the European Blackball Association. So until there's some kind of formal announcement going on, not really sure if that's the dates of where it's happening or indeed where the host venue is, but stay tuned. I'm pretty sure Australian Blackball will be the first advised players when Nations Cup will happen in June. Looking at this configuration here, you probably like go top left first, bring the book cue ball slightly out so that you pot the red next to the yellow into the same pocket. I think he was aiming for that. Maybe we were just coming back from the middle first. Looking at the table, we'll probably cut past the black. Problem is, if he runs to the black, you kill it on the cushion. It's looking hard at the shot. Ah, oh, great shot. He didn't even hit the... Didn't run into the blackest. I thought he might have. That's excellent cueing. Excellent cue ball control. A hack like me probably would have ran into the black, killed it against the rail, and leave myself a shot in the red and have to double it back to the middle left or something like that. But you know, Brent's done it perfectly. Yeah, that's a good shot. Easy black, and there you have it. Brent Hampton takes the first victory. You'll do nothing. As I explained earlier, it's like a Davis Cup format. So what we've got coming up now is you got Malachi against one of them's yours. And so you do nothing goes 1-0 up. So now it's Malachi. So we got Malachi McNeil against Jason Tanaskevich now. I'm just going to leave Kenny to fix up a few things, as I'm just going to run down to the men's. Yes, folks, I am back. It's a long dang, of course. Hey, Kenny. So I think Kenny's just checking that I am on this.
And I'm on 2, which is good.
So Malachi is actually an Irish fellow who's come to Australia. Favours this game a lot more than 8-ball because it's a lot more of an attacking player. I think he's still working on his strategy in 8-ball at this stage, but I think this game of Blackball will definitely develop his skill and challenge for a spot in the AC team in the future.
Yeah, look, he just did a beautiful break into that big cluster. You know, and look, I'm liking the look of this now. Long.
That yellow slips inside the red.
It does, but you've got to work out what you're going to do with this last yellow. You know, how can he run into it and still keep it on? You know, you can't afford to leave it where it is, especially with that sharp angle you've got. You almost have to run into it and hope.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, he must have been confident that he can, or he must be confident he can cut that into the middle easily.
With this angle here, I probably prefer a double than a fine. I think if you go fine cut, you might hit that red hold position, but I think I'd favour a double, more natural.
Look,
awkward queuing though.
It's very, very awkward. Look, his only real option is middle left or top right.
Gone for the double and unfortunately missed it.
It was going to be very hard to hold it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Malachi won on the weekend in a $600 pot money match against Mick Norton, your arch rival. Are you going to play Mick again for money, or are you going to play somebody else, Kenny?
Look, I'll play anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. I just love the experience. I love playing under the pressure. I don't love losing the money, but you know, enjoy winning it. It's a tough one, but I'd love to play more money matches. But
oh, that's a lovely snooker there by JT.
Yeah, I've got my eye on some people, and I've asked them already to play, and it's really you leave it in their court, leave it for them to come back to you and say yes or no.
I was too busy having tequilas at Big Guns as part of my farewell tour from Interstate 8-ball competition. How did you go against Rusty Willer in the money match? I think you set one up, but I never got the score.
No, unfortunately, that didn't occur. It didn't occur because I was setting up the stream for HD 8-ball Live to assist doing some streaming up there. So that night, I never really got around to playing any money matches.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, it's alright. I enjoy doing the streaming, so.
Well, I don't know if Cam Lawless is still on, but he was on earlier. But the money match I played against Cam Lawless down in Big Guns was meant to be my retirement from Interstate 8-ball, but I see he's coming up for the King's Cup in June. And Cam, if you're out there, I'm actually happy to give you a return match in the ACT. I feel that's only fair if you want to play again against me and tie it up. And I know most people are just like sitting at home, sitting going, yeah, Long's actually not like quite retired. But one of the reasons why I did come out and play in the King's Cup is Barry King did pass away early in the year, and he had a huge amount to do to grow pool in the ACT, and so I actually forgot King's Cup was on, so decided to come back and play in the tournament. But as soon as King Cup's over, I doubt many of you will see me back in the 8-ball circuit again. Probably going to focus more on Blackball, and I've started skeleton training, and so that's digging into my time as well.
Yeah, look, Long, I'm going to have to just stop you there for a minute. I just want to have a chat about things. So we've seen the first frame go to GT. So we're just going to put plus one for GT. Okay. There is a bit of a lag. I can see, I'm watching a YouTube stream myself, and I can see it's lagging slightly. Only way for us to really fix that is to restart the application or to restart the modem. So just for everyone's information, I'll be doing that once this singles finishes. So it might be a bit laggy now, but when the singles finishes and we go for the Scotch doubles, we'll have a application will be restarted and the modem will be restarted. So just one of those things, guys. A bit just one of those things we have to live with for 3 or 4, maybe 5 more frames.
Talk about this whole process, Kenny. Are you streaming the King's Cup game this year?
Yeah, look, guys, I'll be streaming the King's Cup. I've been requested to do so, or asked if I could do it. I said yes. I think it's a great opportunity to, have a stream, watch some good players, have some matches.
Look at this ugly configuration here. With that black over the top right-hand corner pocket, I really love to get a free hit and just put the cue ball behind it and smash it out. Because I don't see any other way of...
yellow down the rail.
Oh yeah, yellow down the rail. Yeah, that's true.
But wow, what a first shot.
Indeed.
First position.
Is Mal actually looking at this red, is he?
No, don't be silly.
I was thinking, wow.
He might be looking at going safe, maybe. I don't like this table at all at the moment.
Oh wow, good shot.
Yeah, but that was, or I guess the other good thing is one of those top yellows at the top of the table can go inside the black to open it. Then you remember, look at this, you've still got a red in front of the yellow, going in that direction. So, I don't know.
I think the yellow towards the middle of the top rail, if he gets this other yellow to the top left-hand corner pocket, you probably play that yellow off the rail first and then into the black and then clear that pocket. Yeah, might be able to glance off the red onto the rail, off the black, over that pocket.
Save it in case it dies.
That's actually an excellent shot.
Yeah, just sit it in front of the black.
Yeah, he sat that yellow in front of the black. JT's got a lot of work to do now. He isn't really on anything obvious. So just for the people playing 8-ball threes tomorrow night, we got the demolition here, practicing diligently to take out the Islanders. I think that's who they play tomorrow. I think JT's gone for a snooker. And
pretty good snooker.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Because I know the exact shot I'll play next if I got a free hit. I'll let the viewers in on it next if Mal gives away a free hit. No, that's a pretty good shot by Mal. He's got a nail without giving away a free hit. So once again, JT just looking diligently.
Right, so that was up.
It's probably just going to relay this. No, it's not going to relay. It's going to tackle a couple. Oh, that's what I thought it was going to do. But it's just giving Mal awkward shot. Mal's probably just going to chip this yellow. Stuck on the left rail out, promote a little bit. Oh, that's killed it on the right rail. now still alright. Alright, this frame's going to be a bit tactical for a little while. Interesting shot there. I thought Mel was definitely going to clear the right pocket and open the black and promote it out a little bit more. Jawed a little bit. Plenty of options here for Mal now. If you can run that yellow past the bottom right, that's definitely where I'd be going. Even if he doesn't pot it, just to sit over the pocket and claim control of that pocket will be a good move as well. Yeah,
good shot.
Pot it and oh, is he gonna snook himself? Has it snooked himself? I think you can see that yellow. That's no, he's alright. Looking at the table. Or maybe he's not. Yeah.
Look, the black's pretty safe up there, right?
You can actually play a skill shot on this black though. Like if you play with a little bit bottom first, you might cannon into the yellow over the pocket and get the black in at the same time.
Nah, never.
you don't think so?
No, you need to double kiss the yellow in, and then you need the black to follow the double kiss in. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's an option. Maybe if you put a lot of topspin on the white and the white came back and hit the black in.
JT might go for a skill shot right here where he pots the red corner.
Yeah,
and
smart move.
And run it into the black.
Well, that's a very, very good shot.
That's absolutely awesome.
The angle's there to do that.
Yeah.
Bit unlucky.
Bit unlucky with a leaf.
But what do you expect when you're just basically hoping the white goes in that direction to hit the black?
Yes.
So we're getting a comment saying, let's get this attacking game going rather than defensive, but we're not there. There's a bit of pressure, so these guys really want to win.
Okay, Malachi's in prime position right now to take this frame right middle first, then left middle, I'd say, to run the cue ball up.
Would have liked it a bit straighter. So, look, to be honest, I think he's going to put this in the middle, right? Put it in the middle and run the white up to the top rail as we're looking at the table. Yeah, exactly the angle he's looking, back in the middle. He has to be perfect on it or pretty good.
You'd not play it for a double?
No, you just put it back in the same middle. Or you play the double. Like he's
skill shot here. If he plays this double here, the white might cannon into the black and pot it.
And what if you don't pot the black?
Loss of game.
Sometimes it's not worth it. You know, just go the double. Give yourself a shot on the black next.
No, I'd go for the double skill shot. If you miss the double, you get the triple, and then the cue ball is going to pot the black anyway.
No, don't do a skill shot. Angle. Don't do a skill shot.
Oh. Yeah.
CNS.
So do you see how what I said about that cue ball coming off towards that black there? It's like if he got that double and potted the black, would have been like awesome.
Yeah, but think about it this way, right? You've got a good chance to double without, you know, and win, you know, because you double the ball, you pot the black on the next shot. Okay, if you you're gonna pot the black on the next shot, right?
Yeah.
But if you miss the yellow, you might still get a second shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like a shot later on. So I think playing a skill shot means, well, I don't like it. I really don't think do it in one shot is not the way to go in that instance. You would only do it if it's right over the pocket. It's a guaranteed pot on that yellow.
Yeah. So I'm going to give a shout out to Wayne Stubbs. He's messaged me saying he's watching live stream, and congratulations to Wayne early in the year for winning the Opens Blackball Australian state title, national title, I should say, the first ever. So that was a good effort from Wayne because he did go through a quality field, and James Delahunty was also playing at the time. And all the best to you, Wayne, in the 8-ball World Championships in June. And you know, who knows, we might see you in the Blackball World Championships at some stage, if not this year, another time. We'll see, I guess. Wayne's a gentleman guy, you know, very polite guy. Played against him, he absolutely destroyed me 6-0, of course, in the in a singles event.
Wow.
That was a top shot.
Oh yeah, at bottom running side.
Well, you are getting a good grasp of Jason's technique and ability. Absolutely sensational position.
Okay, all good. So we've got a comment saying need the shark rack to open up this boring form of Q Sport.
Who is the man 972,000?
Well, I don't care because I agree with him. I honestly do. I think the shark rack would increase the attacking game, you know, which is what you want to see long. You know, forget every other negative aspect to it. Get that shark rack in. That's all I can say.
The only one thing I'll caution about the shark rack, and I said earlier in my stream, is
oh, what a break!
When I came back from Malta, I borrowed a shark rack off one of the Welsh guys and practiced with it at Mooseheads. I generally probably get a ball off a break, say 3 out of 10 times normally without a shark rack. When I was doing it with the shark rack, I was basically getting 8, 9 out of 10 off my breaks, a ball on it. And initially I loved it. I practiced with it and it was like, wow, awesome. The ball spreads out and so forth. And I remember watching Joel Younger play Mick Hill at the 2017 Big Guns back on replay. And when I did that, I was like, wow. The only reason why Joel Younger was in the game against Mick Hill was because Mick Hill went on a streak where he had 4 consecutive games on his break where it was a dry break. But you rewind that situation and you replace a normal rack with a shark rack, and there was no way Joel Younger would be in the game if Mick Hill was breaking the shark rack, because more often than not you get a ball on the break. And so that's something, you know, people need to consider. Yes, it does improve your own break, but it also improves your opponent's breaks. So games like that suits natural potters.
Well then practice your lag shots then long. Sit there for half an hour practicing your lag shots. You know, you get lag, you get closest to the top rail every time and you'll break every time. It's as easy as that.
Yes, well indeed. In Malta had 42 lags, I won 12 of them, so
so you didn't practice your lags then, did you?
Yes, so lags is something I'll have to work on.
Wow, what's he doing here?
I think he's was gonna play it off the yellow.
Wow. Now the reds are all open. Actually, the whole I can't see JT not getting these.
No, no.
He'd have to get a kick or he'd have to play a bad shot.
All the balls out there. It's kind of like a bit of a training drill. So I think the Shark Rack will open up the game, make it more attacking. We saw that in the Supreme Pool series. I think 90% of people breaking actually got a ball off the break, and the only time that they gave up the advantage of breaking was when they dumped the white ball in the centre pocket, and that was the only time a player didn't get an advantage on the break.
So I did notice tonight or today. There were some comments about putting the Shark Rack in the final, which I kind of agreed with. What made you decide not to use the Shark Rack tonight?
Look, like I said, I'm not personally against the Shark Rack. It's just for me at the moment, it's not something that's used at international tournaments. So I didn't really want to bring it into a competition like this, where I'm trying to develop people to play to international conditions. So.
It's a matter of time, though. Long. It's just a matter of time. You know, it's some exciting viewing. You know.
I think the 9-ball players have used Shark Racks for a while. A lot of them now have grown away from it, I guess, to a degree, because it's exactly what I brought up, which is basically with Shark Racks. The percentage of people dry breaking reduces, so it really just turns the game into someone who can pot out, basically. And I don't mind it. Like I said, I can pot out using a shark break, but if I'm not using a shark break, then I don't really have the ability to pot it. So for me, it's kind of like it's performance enhancing, because if I don't have it, I don't really run out. But if I have, then my chances of running out increase, and that happens a lot of ways. So I guess it's something people got to think about.
So, do you think with putting a poll out there for next season's Blackball to see what people think of the Shark Rack, and if they like it, we start playing with the Shark Rack? What do you think? Myself personally, I'd love to play with them.
Oh, look, I can certainly do that. But like I said, at the same time, really want to prepare people for playing this game internationally, to international conditions and the equipment as well, so that we get used to it. The only problem I have with the Shark Break, and people might laugh about this, is, like I said before, I did practice with it. When I stopped using the Shark Break and then tried to break normally with the triangle, yes, I found my braking actually became a little bit weaker. I picked it up in like it's the Shark Rack. I was used to it, and then when I came out of it, then my brake's not too good.
So I hear what you're saying, but I just feel, and that's a great shot, it really is. I just feel that we want again, it's a matter of time before Blackball International uses the Shark. I really think they will. And you want to grow the sport, you want to grow the interest, then get the interest early. Get the interest early, and that way, I honestly believe that will get your interest. It'll get viewers on the TV, it'll get viewers watching the game, and it'll get the player loving it more. Maybe look on the bright side. That you really want it to be the conditions of the international Blackball, but I really think let's just example.
Yeah, look, I might do it in season 3, not necessarily season 2. It's just because
we've got to purchase them anyway, so for 6 tables.
We got to purchase it, but as well, we also got a number of AC players going to the World Championship, so I do want them to practice breaking naturally, because at the World Championships in Bridlington, they will be breaking naturally, so I don't want them to be relying on an open break, which they'll get with a shark break. So just being able to pot and play that natural game from a natural break. But season 3, once the World Championships and Nations Cup are over, yeah, definitely experiment and put that into our game.
So it's about $20 per shark rack. How are you going to look at for 6 tables? You're looking at $120. So You know, how are you going to, and I'm assuming you'll order in bulk.
Look, many people aren't aware of this, but ACT Blackball Pool is actually now a registered association. It's gonna by association and that's not a problem.
Do you have the question is, do you have the funds under the association? That's the question.
Probably be starting to collect from season 3 or whatever the case may be, but because it's a non-for-profit association, there's also some taxation things that come inside. But yes, I do believe I can purchase them under the AC Blackball Association and do some kind of taxi thing with it. I have to speak with the accountant a little bit more about it. Oh, he's missed it.
No, he didn't miss that. He can't miss that. There's no room to go behind the black without missing it. Oh, with missing it. Wow.
But yes, Kenny, shark racks will be used at some stage, but not before our players go away to the World Championships.
Okay.
I'm a little bit picky about that.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, your choice. So, whoa, look at that. It just honestly looked like the white ball just pulled up to the right. You know, you see it coming down the table. It's all good. He still should have no problems with it, but so it looks like we're going to go to a 3-0, possibly a 3-0 lead here, a good possibility. So going to a 3-0 lead now, I believe Brent Hampton won, correct? Who's
Yes.
Mal's partner. So if JT wins, it'll be one set apiece, right?
Yeah, one
Okay.
match apiece.
One match apiece.
So, like the international rules here, we're lagging every frame. I know the players really hated this, but you have to do it at the Nationals, you have to do it at Nations Cup, and you have to do it at the World Championships. So, like I said, John Murphy and I played in the seniors team, and John Murphy won about 14 out of 48 lags that he did. I won 12 out of 42. So our lagging percentage was so low that when you play at that world level and you're not breaking, you're actually coming in on somebody else cleaning you up and leaving you with nothing on. So
Well, then they need to practice their lags.
Yes.
If we're going to use a shark rack, I can only suggest just getting there, spending half an hour, just really getting your lags perfect.
yeah,
You know, maybe think about that as if you're ever across with the team to, you know, have that as a training, you know, one thing to train and just really get them good at it.
So the other thing with season 2 is because it's 3-man teams, we're playing 18 frames, and if it's a 9-all draw, we're going to have a blackball shootout.
Oh wow, yeah, of course.
Because you have to practice the blackball shootouts, because those situations do happen in state tournaments and international tournaments as well. And I think the ACT ladies playing Ninja Warriors, that blackball
Yeah, I
shootout
saw
sudden
that.
death was drama personified. Shout out to Ashley Smith if she's watching, because she got 3 out of 3 blackball pots. But strangely enough, most people don't realise, but I started introducing the blackball shootout in the Valentine comp, where we were playing mixed Scotch doubles with a male and female, and decided to have a blackball shootout to decide people who were tied on the same score. And Ashley Smith did really, really well, and then going to nationals, and then she was able to do what she did. Yeah, it was spectacular.
Yep. Now, I just again want to interject. Can I get someone comment, please, to let me know how Long's commentary is going and my commentary is going with the sound? Also want to know if there's any lag to the video. So if you could just assist us with that and let us know how things are. Just want to make sure we're not too, the voice is not too loud or too quiet or too much wind, and there's no lag going on the video. So if you could let us know, it'd be really appreciated.
Yeah, because it's important, because if it's not lagging, then we can just keep the stream going. Otherwise, we'll probably stop it and restart it for the doubles.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do that if I can afford to, because if I do that, it means I've got to split the streams up into part 1 and part 2, and possibly more, depending on how many times I have to restart it.
Yeah. So I think there was a comment about Hammerhead's shirt, and I do notice Mal's the only one not wearing Hammerhead's shirt.
Yeah, Mal's the only one not wearing his shirt, so he should forfeit just based on that.
the black sheep of the team.
Yeah, I hear Mel shouting beers for not wearing a shirt. Look, it shows how strong the Hammerheads team is, having 4 of the Hammerheads in the final of Blackball. You know.
Well, I don't know if Matt Harmon's sitting watching at home, but and no disrespect to these guys, but I fully expected Mungrel and Matt Harmon to be here in the final at some stage. So Brent Hampton and Mel did a huge effort to knock those boys off.
Yeah, look, and how many embalmers actually play in the Blackball? How many played this season?
It was just Mungrel and Matt Harmon and Dean Welsh filled in for one night, and Dean had a bit of a laugh at this game, and hopefully see him back. And
hey, did JT and Brent actually lose any of their matches or round robin matches coming up to this?
I think they actually lost to Mungrel and Matt Harmon in week 1. No, he's shaking his head. Undefeated, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we know, don't we? It wasn't C2 and Kenny by any chance, was it?
Ah, yes, sorry.
That Kenny bloke. I'd go off him pretty quick.
I was surprised he didn't play this game from the start, Kenny, because it really suits your style.
I didn't like it at the start, to be honest with you. I thought Blackball was a cheap, imitation of two-shot, but changed my tune pretty quick.
Well, I said the way the game started was really interesting. It was just John Murphy and I playing that first season. I think where the dam wall broke was when Vanessa, George, myself, and John went to Nations Cup and didn't do too badly. Like, we did fairly well over there, I'd say. And so, of course, we got players who are probably your lower tier in the competition. Like, I don't rate myself really.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I mean, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so like,
No, only kidding that long. But look, I think they were the smart ones who jumped on the bandwagon pretty quick, and it took some of us a little bit of time to clear the cobwebs in our brain.
I know she's gone now, but Vanessa was in here diligently practicing away. But
She's done well, very well.
She's done sensational. Like, she went away last year. I think I convinced her to go to Malta and say, really, really improve her game, and took her on the stride. She won a decent percentage of her games, including beating people like Emma Cunningham. I know it's only a one-frame situation, but took quite a fair few scalps over there,
Yeah, well, I was watching her break here, and she's got her breaks her break power's increased quite a lot, which is good.
Yeah.
It's very good to watch. She's
And
doing
then-
the lineups.
And then in nationals, the ACT ladies were down 6-3, and then Vanessa I made captain of the ladies team, and she had to play Sharon Brown,
Oh yeah,
and it
shows
was 6-3 down, and then Vanessa got that frame to put them 6-4 up, and then Cindy won, and then Ashley won, and they put them in the Blackball shootout, and it gave me great comfort because her game's gone leaps and bounds since playing this game. Back to the match at hand. I think Mel's gonna.
Mel's about to claw back a frame.
Yeah.
So Palco, thanks for letting us know the sound and video is good at the moment.
Oh, excellent.
So good to hear.
Good shout out to Palco as well, because he made the top 20, and that's a real huge effort. It's always good to see up and coming players try and crack into the top 20 and make themselves into the ACT team. So congratulations goes to Matt Palco, Glenn O'Connell, and Joshua King. Those guys did
Jed
really
Johnson.
well. And Jed
Jed got
Johnson.
We had a couple of people. I believe Colin Gamble and Matt Power in my group were a bit of a surprise not to get through. Playing on the basement tables. They're doing the lag again. Something must have went wrong.
Not sure why.
So what happened to the lag on that first time, guys?
Must have been too even to Cole.
Yeah. So they got the calipers out to measure the distance.
That's a shame. I know Brent Noble's not in the top 20 this year, so there's a few people that missed out. But talent coming through. Whoever makes it thoroughly deserves to be there, obviously.
You got to remember, the priorities for pool are kind of are pretty low as a hobby and sport compared to family and work.
Mm.
So yellows look pretty good here. Reds do as well, but I don't like the red on the bottom rail that you can see, and I believe yellows are more open.
Yeah, I'd go for yellows as well. Just there's a couple of tricky balls there in the red.
No,
But you know what
yellows is the way, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm looking forward to in season 2, Kenny?
What?
Edmund Chen, the chef's actually playing, so is Ronnie Sood. So it'll be really interesting to see how those boys go.
I saw that. We almost lost. He had a clip on that first red going through before he hit the second red, which he didn't intend. So, you know, the first ball is that important to get.
Yes.
It really is. So now I believe JT's going to go reds only because the reds sat in front of the yellow that he would have liked to have gone.
Yeah, it's better link now, so it goes bottom left, goes
He'll just
bottom right.
pocket weight this.
Yep.
And and I don't think he'll set this up. He'll just leave himself a nice one for the red back in the middle left.
Yeah, just pot this and get the cue ball out.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's run over the pocket. Sorry.
White must have just touched the rail. So, look, that's safer because that pocket's needed for the black. So, you know, covering it means that, you know, I still think he could have ran out, but it wasn't me playing, was it?
Mm.
And with that red and yellow in the middle left, close to each other, it's not a straightforward out in any way. Well,
So
that looked like it rolled to the left there, which means it ended up being almost a three-quarter ball that he probably played for, ended up just touching it. So, you know, I think on a finals like this, we might need to look at possibly levelling the tables.
The boys did that
Did
before the match. Yeah, they had
Sure.
a leveler out
That definitely rolled.
and tried to level it. I think Malachi was patrolling that. I don't really know how to level tables. They just like watched and it's a tactical foul there, so JT can play from where he is or get ball in hand.
Yeah. Look, I think he'll probably like to leave it where it is, because he's got a good chance on the red in the middle now to then, actually, I'm just trying to think. It's a tough one, you know, it really is. Yeah, I don't think he can hold it. Yeah, and I didn't think he could hold it, so now he's going to want to get rid of those two in the middle first. Get rid of them pretty quick. You don't want to leave either of them there, in case you don't get position on the second one throughout the rest of your shots.
So national at bar 8 next year, Kenny. Are you gonna? These lads have already said yes. They're going to compete and try and make the AST state team and go over there. You're going to give it your best shot to go and play nationals next.
How many days is it? How many days do I have to take off work?
Look, at this stage, I haven't really finalised the schedule. I'm hoping to keep it to 5 or 4 days. I'm just going to have to examine.
So in total, or business days? What are we looking at? I just need to know. You know, a lot of people need to know, actually.
So probably 3 business days and 2 days on the weekend.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
for example, get up there on a Tuesday, start playing on a Wednesday, finish on a Sunday night, sort of thing.
Yeah, look,
Something like that.
I've been thinking about it for a long time. The only public holiday free at the moment, that's going in off.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it hasn't. The only day that's free that's on a public holiday is actually Australia Day. So if we do it around that time, then you can only need to take 2 days off. But it's whether people want to play during that Australian Day weekend or.
Hang on, isn't there a big two-shot competition on that weekend? On that day, or that is it the is it Empire or where does who has a big competition on that day?
If it's Empire, I'll check with Alec Everardis.
Just check anyway, because it could be anyone could be having it. And last thing you want to do is start clashing, because you know you take players away from Blackball and then you take players away from the comp.
Yeah, look, at this stage, like I don't really want to clash. I want people to be able to play freely, whether it be snooker, 8-ball, 9-ball, blackball. You know, I am fairly vocal saying and I jokingly say Blackball is the game of the gods created for pool players in heaven. But that aside, I do enjoy other sports, 8-ball, 9-ball, and those kinds of things. So I definitely don't want to clash, which is why I've written to every single state and territory saying when you're holding your trials events and those types of things, so that we can pick a clear date to run our nationals, so that maximum people can turn up for it.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. But yeah, no, look, to be honest, if it was 3 business days and a weekend, I'd definitely play in it. You know, I think that's great. Any more than that, and you're looking at excluding players that have to play in, well, not have to, but will be playing in the national two-shot, you know, the nationals there. So, and then every other weekend an extra day, and that they've got to do. So it kind of limits a lot of people. So
the good thing about this is I've also travelled to all the pool tournaments in the last 2 years, so I know what it's like to go through a entire what I call pool tour, trying to play everything, and then how much that drains on your financial resources, I guess. So trying to pick an open date from that. It's incredible how much pool is actually played across Australia. It's really amazing.
he's still trying. He's trying to break that yellow. I don't think that was the shot for it, but just then. But again, I'm not playing, so and there's a lot of pressure.
If I was here, I'd just cut this to the right middle and then play for a double.
No, oh no, never. Well, I don't think you need to play for a double. I think that's if you don't need to play for a double, don't play for a double. You know, if you've got a chance to break it, break it. See, this he could possibly screw back off the top rail into it. Or he could. I'm just trying to think. I think that's his only option. Unless the angle's too steep. Yeah, look, no, you're right. He's going the double. You know.
The only thing I love about this is if you miss the double, you get the triple. The triple actually would go inside that red.
Well, yeah, that's probably what he's playing. You know. But you want the white to come back. Yep. Great shot. Great shot. So he played the triple exactly like you said.
I'm a bit of a hack, as you know, so I don't control the cue ball, so I have to come very inventive with some of my shot making.
Safe black, which is important when you miss it.
Yeah, you know, in those kinds of situations, I'd probably like play with a little bit less pace, so then it just like make sure the pot, not necessarily try and bang it in.
Well, there's a couple of rolls in those tables, so I think they're just trying to play it where the rolls don't come into effect. You know, might have been a little bit hard, but there's a lot of pressure out there.
I have to say,
especially 3-1 down.
I have to say, I heard about Malachi's legendary in-off at the Blackball Nationals, but I've never seen it. But I can see how it can happen playing shots with that force of power.
No, I didn't see it.
JT's still got to get the cue ball back up. It's playing with, oh, that's an awesome shot.
Good pace.
Oh.
I think JT just wanted the game to continue on.
Alright, so Mouse pulled one back.
Mal stays alive.
So yes, Kenny, just remind me, Season 3, we will vote on Shark Racks coming into this competition. But while we've got players playing internationally, I'll just say it out there, I just don't want them in Season 2, just simply because they're not being used at the World Championships or Nations Cup. So,
well, you've taken a balanced approach. You know, you're playing more for them than the viewers, and that's fine. You know what I mean? That's exactly your choice, and there's no problem with that. So, people, we can practice our own, with the shark rack. We can do all the other comps with it. That's all good.
It would be good just to see how it works on our conditions. I know the Europeans use it for their Supreme Pool Series, but people who haven't been to Europe before probably don't know it, and people who've gone to Europe before, and you have as well, know that the felt over there is quite slick. The tables are a little bit different. And
is it napless tables?
I think they are.
It says Supreme tables here, I believe.
Yeah.
We got a mention of they're played on Supremes. So just not sure if they're napless. Then yes, I played on them. That's what we played a long time ago when I played for the Australian team. Now 15 years ago, showing my age.
First player from the AC to actually make the team outright. So well done on that.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I forget that.
Well, you made us AC players believe that we can go overseas and compete, so it's a good thing.
So we've got Emily saying, "Come on, Mal," with one of the comments. So good on you, Em.
Was she commentating the other night, the money match between?
No, that was Maddie. That was Madeline Norton. So Mick's daughter.
Because I wasn't sure tuning in. I was like, who's the female commentating?
Yeah, no, it's Maddie. Good little up and coming player, enjoying the game.
I'll tell you what, Emily can actually play the game a bit, and I'm hoping to see her at 8 Ball Freeze in the future, but apparently she's got some other commitments. So Emily,
roller derby.
So Emily, if you're listening, I think you got a bit of a pool talent in you. Just pick a day that you want to play. Maybe Blackball Mondays if you don't got roller derby.
When did you see Emily play?
Yeah. She filled in on a night, playing threes, I believe, and did fairly well. She also went to Albury. She played at Albury Open earlier this year. Now I remember, and didn't do too badly for herself. Because AC can use more female pool players running about. Actually, Emily, if you got nothing happening next Friday, we've got the AC State Blackball Championships, and it's the ladies, and it's free entry. But I'm putting up 120 prize money, so just to try and encourage more girls playing blackball pool. So feel free to register and play in that, because like I said, it's free entry. Test yourself.
And if I identify as a woman and put on a dress, what happens there?
No, Kenny. Unfortunately, no.
Hang on, that's a bit of discrimination, isn't it? I swear it's discrimination. How do you prove that I don't? No, don't laugh. But no, I don't. I do like playing in the opens, and I don't put dresses on.
And plus, our AC ladies came runner-up in the first inaugural nationals. The 2019 nationals, I'm going to increase the lady team sizes from 3 to 4, so we do need another lady to step up and play in the team. And so, Valentine's Cup, of course. That was the other tournament.
So Em's saying that she's too good and couldn't do it to ACT pool. So, well, there you go. That answers any questions you might have had. Now we've got JT coming up for the yellow before the black. He'll be really wanting to make sure of this now.
And that's a good angle.
Oh, any angle from there would have been fine. I don't think you could.
Okay, so before JT pots this black, are we lagging behind the feed? Or
no, Parko's telling me that, okay, so he just won that frame and won that set. So that takes JT up to 4-2 win. So that's, I believe, one set apiece now.
Yep. And we might just wipe it. And what I'll do is...
we'll keep the surnames.
Oh, no,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hampton / McNeil. Yep. And just delete the Jason. or JT, however you want to put it. Yep. And no ball. Other slash.
Oh.
Nil all. A race to 4 still for the Scotch doubles, is it?
3.
Race to 3? Okay.
Yeah, Scotch doubles are race of 3 because like doubles take longer than singles.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's.
Oh no, the 4th ball went and hit there, and he's even got one, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, in Blackball pool,
You got to go past the ball cone, don't you?
two ball past the middle.
I believe that occurred easily.
Yeah, that occurred easily. So we're on to the Scotch doubles. It's a race of 3, and I love Scotch doubles. I think Scotch doubles actually improves people's ability to play because you're not only just playing a shot, you have to play a shot to leave the white ball or the cue ball in a good position for your opponent. So then, particularly for the less experienced players, it makes them think about where the cue ball is going, and it's something that I've introduced to competitions in the ACT, so less experienced players can actually benefit by playing with a more advanced player. But of course, these 4 here have fairly advanced. JT was telling me that him and Brent Noble had 11 master breaks on their Scotch doubles, so they work fairly well together. I'm not sure about Hampton and McNeil. McNeil's probably a little bit loose in his style to suit Hampton, so I guess Noble and Tanaskowicz are definitely favourites here in the Scotch doubles because Mao I think just plays a little bit loosely, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, definitely. Now look, I would like to just make a quick change to the names here, if possible. I'd like to put straight after Hampton McNeil, can you put a bracket 1 bracket, so open bracket, so shift 9. Shift and then 9, yep, and then a number 1, and then shift 0. That's it, and do the same for the one. I'll go down, just to show people that it's one set a piece.
Oh, yep.
That's it. That's
okay.
You know, with a race to
3.
Well, 3 sets. That's correct.
Yeah, 3
just
sets.
to remind everyone.
The Scotch doubles rather important. Like I say, this format's rather unique because it's the similar format as Davis Cup, so you got the singles opens, and then you got the Scotch doubles, and then you got the reverse singles, and it's a fun format. I saw this format first played, like I said, at 2017 Big Guns when Sage and Rusty took on Scary and Robbo in a similar format.
Now I do have the logo for ACT Blackball, but the problem I've got, just for everyone's information, is I'd love to put it on this screen at the moment. I only just got it just before the match, but if I open up Outlook or open up Messenger and try and download the file and then add it as an image, I really worry that we're going to
that's fine.
Cause an outage to our application or something like that. So just to note, it will be here for next time. I do have it now. I'll ask Long to actually email it to me in case I can't get it out of Messenger, like happened with the Bar 8 one.
That's alright. Like, it's a bit of an oversight on my behalf. It wasn't until today that I actually thought about it because I'm doing so many things at the moment. It's just unbelievable.
And as you can see, we've got JBA Qs here, James Alexander. Look, I like to promote an up-and-coming talent, especially a cue maker talent. I think it's really important for the game. I think it's important for cue making in general. You know, we don't have another cue maker that I know of in the ACT, and to have quality, and I mean quality cues being made, I just love looking at. I just sit there. I could look at the wood on those cues all day. They're that good.
Oh, look, I have to contact James to make me a 2-piece cue because my cue is actually a little bit old and dead, and I need to use one. I know JT, who's playing here, uses a cue from JBA, and he obviously makes good cues. So definitely get behind a local cue maker.
Well, I've got him. He's making me a cue. So I can't wait to get it. But you know, you've got to have the money for it. But it's just something that I want. Something, you know, a maple shaft with some really nice burr and bird's eye maple, and you know, some just nice wood on the butt of the cue. I like that shot. I really do like that shot. To come off two rails straight into those two yellows like that was pretty good.
Well, I said Noble and Tanaskevich work fairly well as a Scotch doubles tandem. In a World Championships, it's actually like a Scotch doubles pairing. You know, they do fairly well, and I think both understand where the white ball needs to go for the next shot. I think they read each other fairly well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I think he's going to go for the middle. That's my thinking.
Middle right, yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's going the bottom right. Okay, so it's very hard from here because we can't see the table very well. You can see it on a screen.
Oops, overcooked it. Middle left, I'd say.
Oh
No.
yeah, middle left for sure. Run through a little bit for bottom left, top left, and black possibly in the top right or top middle. Probably top right. Oh no, top middle. Right middle.
Yeah.
So
Just
we'll-
left Hampton nicely out for this.
yeah, so Brent will just be looking at the right angle to pop off the top rail for a black in the middle right. You probably pull it out maybe 12 inches to the right on that last red, I would suggest. You know, being this far away, just it can be worrying, because to get exactly where you want to be with stun and with a bit of screw can be quite tough, you know.
Will you not push forward and go after the
I
cushion
would
first?
probably, yeah, look, put bottom right or something like that on, or, you know, or a bit of right hand side. And look, it worked. It worked.
It's better than not. No, it should be alright.
Dangerous shot, but it worked for him. So, only because it could have easily gone in the middle there.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's unusual. See, Brent Hampton miss potentially easy shot.
You'd probably take this bottom right hand corner
Oh,
first.
you'd have to. But, well, I would, but you'd have to draw with a lot of bottom. I didn't really like that shot.
Yeah,
Still got a nice snooker. He can do a nice snooker here. But it still worries me. You know, because you're giving someone a shot, any shot. You know, they can roll off two rails and sit behind it, and you're in trouble or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta just be aware that can happen.
because that snooker wasn't that tight, so you can escape off one rail. And what I like to do is, if you're going to snooker, you try and leave your opponent having to go off two rails to escape it. If it's a one rail escape, then most people can actually, it's going to swerve it.
Ooh, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I didn't like it. I really thought two rails was the way to go.
So you got a free hit here. I have to set the yellow up. Use your set it up. Then use your next visit. Then to kill.
Oh yeah, it's pretty simple. He's just going to leave himself a nice one into the middle left, and then nice one middle right, and then black in the top left.
Yeah, good shot.
He didn't want to go too soft or too hard, and he's hit it pretty perfect.
All right, which pocket's that black going?
Top left,
Okay.
depending on the angle he gives himself. If it's true straight, it'll be, yeah. See, top left.
Yeah.
Unless he screws back, of course, and puts it in the top right, but I don't think he'll do that. Oh yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, I heard you going
Well, he
saying.
likes the control with the screw, you know, with the harder, hitting it harder, which is, you know, that's actually quite good. You see a lot of snooker players do that.
So the only shame with season 2 is there's no more Scotch doubles.
What? What happened? You got rid of Scotch doubles?
No, because it's 3-man teams, so it's like 18 frames. So there was no way to fit the Scotch doubles in. So then everyone just plays their.
Am I just seeing that red ball continually go towards the middle of the table?
Yeah, it kind of rolled up that way.
Do we? So are you guys going to re-level? Are you guys going to re-level this, or is it just? Are you guys going to re-level it, or did I just see the red ball just do almost a 90-degree curve? Yeah. Okay. But no, then so no re-leveling. We're just going to play as is. Big break. Let's see if something goes.
And these tables are provided by OnQ. Is this just OnQ or OnQ Sports? No, OnQ Spot, which is Ian Mungle Will. Actually, Masters Team World Champion, which he did fairly well.
Now, I guess I should ask, who are your sponsors for Blackball? Who's supporting you in any way for what we're doing here over this season and this finals? Any sort of sponsorship or support, or anything like that from anyone? I guess the German club for a start, letting you play here, is a sort of sponsorship.
Yeah, look, German clubs provides us with a venue, which we're grateful for, because venues are closing on us in and around. And then Mongrel, OnQ Sport, for allowing us to access the tables at a fairly cheap rate, and he's been very generous because he hardly makes any money from the competition. It's just opens the tables for us, allow us to play.
Is that green fees? Is there green fees going towards that, or what do the green fees go towards?
So basically every player pays $7 green fee for this particular event, but
for
the amount of for the whole season. So the amount that we play, like the frames and the hours, that's barely minimum for what Mungrel makes, and good on him for supporting us. And of course through my through my pool capital branding, I'm able to sponsor the streaming of this particular final and get it back through taxes that way. But like I said, it's something I don't like
you need a receipt
to mention, but it's all right.
So essentially, German club and OnQ Spot are pretty much sponsoring, in one way or another. Okay, we'll take note of that for some sponsorship logos that I might put up. So I might actually do that now. It won't hurt. Let's go and add some sponsorship logos.
But in future years, I hope other sponsors come on board. Like I said, pool's grown.
Where is it? It's more because it's there.
Yeah, these two guys work really well. There is Scotch doubles at next year's nationals, so I might put these two guys forward to contest in it from the ACT, because in terms of understanding and everything, they do really well. Now that's a commentator's curse. Just so they have a good understanding, and JT kind of leaves Noble with nothing there, unless it goes for like a reverse double off that left rail to the middle pocket. But then again, still that red closest to the yellow presents a bit of a problem there. The black's not in my ideal position, but plenty of work to do for both teams. No, it could cut it down. So that's now. I wonder if I can pot it to middle right and run the cue. Probably not at that angle.
Yep. So just to reiterate, we've got the German club, as you can see from the logo below the left ACT Apple Live logo, and on Q, Q Sport Accessories and Service with Ian Will or Mongrel, and providing a whole lot of 8-ball accessories, cues, tables, reclothing, moving of tables, pretty much everything in the ACT that you want is provided. So by the On Cue by Mongrel and his business. So the tables here. Thank you to On Cue and the German Club. They both provide support for the for Blackball here in the ACT, as well as Actiba and other related events. So thank you. And again, Jimmy or James Alexander from JBA Cues for making quality cues. Very, very nice. So back to the match at hand. We've got a good plant there, three-way plant.
Should be fairly simplistic from here. You go for the middle one first. Just get enough angle so that you can come out.
Look, I think he's going to have to do that. Bit of top spin, give yourself a bit of angle, pop them in the bottom right, come across for the other yellow in that same pocket. Even the other one if you get angle on it. And look, he's got angle. Ooh, no, he doesn't really have angle on it.
You'd probably go for that one in the middle of the bottom rail to the bottom right first. You wouldn't go for the other one.
What are you going to do now, though, like with that one near the black? No?
I was going to play that one near the black first. Oh, that's a great shot. I didn't even see that. See, that's why these guys are more...
Perfect angle, perfect pace.
Yep.
Just going to roll it in pocket weight, sit white for the black. Yep, a bit harder than pocket weight. That was good. Now we'll just roll this in, not worrying about what the white does, not worrying about what the black does. Yep, there we go. So Hampton and McNeil, back to one apiece now. So we'll go back to here, the score sheet. Go back to properties for the score sheet, and we go one apiece. Here we go. Watch the yellow. Oh, okay. So he's hit it harder. The roll didn't take this time.
It's still rolled towards the middle though.
Not much.
Not much.
No, but to be honest, you know, and unless it's leveled properly, that'll happen on any table, you know. And these tables get a lot of use, so you know, you got to expect it, you know, and you got to have the time as well to level it, you know, level it a couple of times, get it right.
Well, hopefully it gets done before the weekend, because that's when the top 20 trials. Oh, he's dumped it into the middle. It's when the top 20 trials take place, so that's when the remaining AST squad gets selected. So congratulations, Edmund Chen and Mick Norton, who's already made the AST 8-ball squad. So then the remaining position gets decided on the weekend coming. I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that you guys play now.
Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, yeah.
That is a hectic schedule, guys.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have to play in it last year, which I was happy about. Almost didn't have to play in it again this year as well. Edmund put a stop to that.
Because it's 4 rounds, 20 players playing 4 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they require a lot of energy and
Previously
concentration.
it was just 16 players playing 4 rounds, so we only had to do Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Now there is a reason why I decided not to play trials this year, because like I said, and most players would probably laugh at home, but I was retiring from this game, or am retiring from this game, to concentrate more on Blackball, Pool, and Skeleton. But even then, over the years, I haven't really found time to find 3 or 4 weekends to play trials, and most people would be amazed that I've been in the ACT since 2000, but I think I've only played like in 5 state trials in that period. Just simply because I didn't have the consecutive weekends to do it.
So Richard Yonan, with the previous frame saying nice out, I completely agree. It was phenomenal. Those last 2 yellows before the black. It was just precision. Precision.
Okay, so our ACT Blackball Championships are taking place next weekend. Who's your favourite to win the Masters event?
Well, who's playing the Masters?
So the top 4 favourites, and no disrespect to the others, but the top 4 favourites would be Mongrel, Neil Whitbread, Phil Morton, and Richard Yonan.
Well, Richard Yonan is a good friend of mine, so Blackball suits him. I think look, they're all good players in their own right. A very, very difficult one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably Richard, but Mongrel might give him a tough fight. Phil Morton, if he's playing tight pool, will slow them down and may even get into the final, may even win. Neil, he's got the capability of the capacity to take anyone out. So especially making the I believe who we got, Phil and Mongrel and Neil have made the top 20, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
So
And Richard didn't play in the trials.
no.
So potentially all 4 of them could have been in the top 20 this coming weekend of the 2-shot. So very tough one, but my pick is Richard.
I was just about to say those guys almost master broke, except Brett Noble jawed that black shot.
Yeah,
So
well, wasn't that easy a cut across the table. There's always a potential to hit a jaw, and once you hit a jaw, then you don't know what's happening.
So the seniors is rather interesting because they've got a whole host of players that are 40, and I didn't realise this, but Mick Norton's 40, Sithu's 40, Edmund Chen's 40.
I'm 40.
You're 40, so are you actually down for the seniors?
No, I just want to play I just want to win the Opens.
Okay. So I have no idea because Murph's also 40, I'm 40, but we'll just see how
I thought
we
you
go.
were 60. Are you really 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's just I want to pick my skills and see how well I do in the Opens. If I do well enough, I'll play in the Opens. If I don't, well, that's my fault.